Salutations and welcome to the farm. My goodness, it is a blustery day here in Iowa, but it is the perfect day to come together to talk about what I'd love to can and what I will never can again. Now, this is a wonderful collaboration that has been put together by Leanne over at Mennonite Farmhouse. I will put her channel link down in the description below, and also we'll be using our hashtag. So make sure you follow along with that. I'll put the hashtag right here, and we're going to discuss what I love canning and what I'll never can again. And when this collaboration first came out, I thought, I'm not going to do this collaboration because there's only one thing that I really just don't feel like canning again. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized this is a good opportunity for you in the canning community to help me. This is a call to action, because this is not about what I love to can and what I'll never can again. This video is going to be about what I can and what I can't can. And I'm hoping that you out there can help me understand what I can and what I can't can. And maybe some of the things that I can't can, maybe you can help me so that I can some of the things I love. Confusing, right? Let me explain. Right in the middle of my canning season in 2021, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. In fact, I had just loaded up a major haul of red potatoes, Yukon Gold potatoes, sweet onions and red onions into the back of my friend's truck. I had over 160, 170 pounds produce back there because I was going to come home and I was going to can everything, potatoes and onions. And right when I got it loaded up, and we hadn't even left the driveway yet at the potato and onion farm, I got a phone call from my doctor. Surprise! You haven't been feeling well lately. Now we know why. You're type 2 diabetic. And not just a little bit. My A1C was off the charts at 13.8. I was very sick, very sick. So I had to make a lot of changes. And I've realized my canning pantry is filled to the brim with lots of wonderful, beautiful things I can no longer really fully enjoy. So I won't be canning these items again this year, but maybe if you help me make some modifications, I can. Okay, anyways, let's start with one of the things I've got right here in front of me, and the camera's not low enough so you can see it. But let's talk about what I brought home on that fateful day. I brought home all of those beautiful onions. One thing that I will can again, that I love to can, is my homemade veggie broth. Look at the beautiful color in that homemade veggie broth. This is just made from veggie scraps. The majority of that being all of my onion peels, the papers, the ends, everything from the onion that I don't use for other recipes like what I've got done here. They all go into a freezer bag. And when I get my freezer bags full, I make my own veggie broth. I love this. I love that it's available when I want it. I know what's gone in it. Veggie broth, ding, ding, ding. This one is a plus for me. Now, even though I have to watch my onion intake because of the natural sugars, one thing I will absolutely continue to make that I love is homemade French onion soup. Look at that beautiful dark rich color. It's full of some amino acids because I don't personally eat Worcestershire sauce. Say that 5 times fast. But I love using this because not only do I use it as a lovely French onion soup, and I will put a picture right here of my French onion soup. Mwah, delicious. But I also like to use it as a base in soups, because if I have a soup base that says I have to have veggie broth and cut up an onion, why not just open this bad boy up, dump it right in? I will definitely be canning French onion soup in my future. I just have to watch how much I have. Now here is what I absolutely love to can, but I can't can, but I'm hoping that with your help I can again. This is my favorite. This is one of the reasons why I purchased so many onions. Sweet onion jam. I love sweet onion jam. If you've never tried sweet onion jam, you are missing out. I absolutely love it. I love baking a fresh loaf of artisan bread. Put that right here, which I have to modify how I bake that now as well. But I love putting some cheese on top, popping it in the broiler, and then adding some of this sweet onion jam. Oh, it is heaven. But I really have to limit how much of this I can have now. So I don't know that I will be canning a lot of it. So it's something that I can't can. But help me canning community. Help me figure out how I can this again. My ingredients are my onions that I cook down and I just, oh, they're so lovely. Cook. Then I add balsamic vinegar and I add brown sugar. It's the brown sugar's the killer. Help me figure out how I can my sweet onion jam again. Put your suggestions in the comments below. Please, I love this. Help me so I can. Let's move on to our next category of what I can, what I can't can, and what I hope to can again with your help. Cranberries. Oh my goodness, do I love cranberries. And when they go on sale and I can get them for 25 or 50 cents a bag, I load up on cranberries and I go crazy. 2021, I didn't find any cranberries on sale, so these are from my 2020 canning season. The very first thing that I absolutely will can again, but I need your help because I can't can this the way I used to. I need to come up with a new way, is beautiful homemade cranberry juice. Oh, I love this cranberry juice. I made many blends. I did a cran apple, which is this one. I did a cran raspberry, cran orange, and then just straight cranberry juice. The problem is this has a lot of sugar and I can't have all that sugar. Now I think what I'm going to do, but put your comments below. What do you think I need to do so that I can this? I'm thinking of just doing my cranberry juice, no added sugar. Then when I pour my juice out, when I open a jar, I can maybe add some healthy sweetener to it so that it's a little more palatable. But I just love this cranberry juice. And what I love to do is after I drain off the juice, I love to use the berries and I love to make like a cran orange muffin in my solar oven. I'll put the link to that experiment right there. But I love this so much. It's so healthy for you. It helps you when you get a UTI. It's good for your bladder health. Great stuff. I love it. I'll definitely be doing this again, but suggestions below, please. How can I do this the most healthy way for my diabetes? Now, since we're talking about cranberries, I think one thing that I will not can again is cranberry sauce. There's not very many opportunities in this household where we have something that we enjoy cranberry sauce with. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat or prepare turkey. So we only have turkey if we go out to a family's home for Thanksgiving, and I've got a bunch of cranberry sauce in the pantry that I got all excited about making when the cranberries were on sale. I should have made more juice, but I won't be making cranberry sauce again. It's just not worth my time and effort here in this kitchen because we just don't consume it enough. Plus, if I'm going over to a family's home, my daughter-in-law cans, she's probably made some cranberry sauce that she'll be serving up at Thanksgiving dinner. So there's no need for me to waste my lid and my jar, my cranberries, and my time on this. Now, I've got a third component here with the cranberries, just like I did with the onions, and that's my Christmas jam. This is so delicious. If you've never made Christmas jam before, I'll put the link to the video right up here. Christmas jam, so delicious. It is a combination of the cranberries, some strawberries, very delicious, but it has that sugar content. I'm either going to have to really limit myself or eliminate it altogether. So comment below, how do you think I can best make my cranberry Christmas jam so that I can have it during the holidays? There's nothing better than a beautiful multi-grain English muffin. It's a little bit lower in the carbs for me with, just some cranberry Christmas jam. Delicious. So that's cranberries. Make sure you let me know. How do you think I can modify these? Oh my goodness. Here's the one thing that I knew. If I did this collaboration, I would definitely be saying I will not be canning again. Let's start with the good part first, shall we? We're talking beets. Now, my neighbor down the road had a beautiful beet harvest. She sold what she could at the farmer's market, but she said, "Hey, country mama, do you want some beets?" I said, "Yes, I'd love some beets." So I went over to her farm and we loaded up 5-gallon buckets of beets. And if you've never prepared beets before, it looked like it looked like a crime scene in here with all of the beet juice everywhere. But I did do some whole baby beets, sliced beets, julienne beets, just regular beets. We love opening a jar, putting it on our salad. We love these. Now, while I was researching beets and how to prepare them, I came across a recipe for spiced herbed beets, and it sounded delicious. So I gathered my ingredients and I used some of that beet harvest to make lots of jars of these herbed and spiced pickled beets. They have a sprig of rosemary, they have a ginger disc on the bottom, some lovely spices with it. It sounded delicious. These sell for like $15 a pint online. People were just raving about them. So I made some, opened up a jar after they sat for a while. I tried it and it's like, I felt like I was eating dirt. I did not like them. Now my neighbor who I got the beets from, I gave her a jar and she said she liked them. Now I don't know if she really liked them or was she just being polite? I don't know. But I will not be making herbed and spiced pickled beets again. Sliced beets, julienne beets, all that, yes, those are a positive plus. I'll be making those again should she offer to send over a couple buckets of beets, but not the herbed and spiced ones. Moving on. Let's talk specific pickles and relishes. If you saw my video about time to make the pickles, I'll put a link up above if I can. If not, it'll be in the description box below. I planted 4 beautiful pickling cucumber bushes this last year. They went nuts. I swore if I never saw another pickling cucumber again, I would die a happy woman. But I've got so many pickles now in my pantry, I don't know that I need to make more. I definitely won't be doing pickle spears, even though the prep time was quicker for me. They just get a little bit too soft. I've tried different methods. They're okay. It's kind of hit and miss on my kosher dill and garlic hamburger slices. Sometimes they're soft, sometimes they're crunchy. I do what I can. I'll make some more of these if I get an abundance of cucumbers this year. I wasn't going to grow cucumbers again this year in my garden, but my chickens love them so much and it is a really nice way to supplement their diet, throw them some cucumbers. So I'm planting cucumbers for them. If I get in the mood to make some more pickling slices, I'll definitely make more hamburger slices. So that is a plus. That's a good for me. But you know, I love making bread and butter pickles with onions. My son loves them. He comes over, he eats them straight out of the jar in the fridge. He has his own jar there. I may or may not be doing the bread and butter again. Again, I can't enjoy them as much as I'd like to. If you think of a way to modify it, let me know. But I like to add turmeric to mine, and that kind of helps with me stabilizing my blood sugar. So I'm kind of justifying it right now. Like if I have some of my bread and butter pickles and I've got the extra turmeric in it, I kind of justify it. Shh, don't tell my doctor. So speaking of the cucumbers, I will make this again. This is a wonderful handwritten recipe that was provided to me by a friend. And this relish has cauliflower in it. Now, I don't care for brassicas. I will not eat cauliflower. But she assured me if I put it in my relish, it would have a nutritional benefit for me and I wouldn't even taste it. I do like this relish, and I can control how much I put on a sandwich or in some egg salad or on a veggie hot dog. I can control this. I'll be making more relish. It is a little extra work than just doing the pickles, but in the long run, I get more benefit and use out of this, even though it's got sugar. Help me figure out how to make it without so much sugar. Comment below. I'm also thinking about maybe doing like a zucchini relish as opposed to a cucumber relish, depending on how my garden goes this year. So if you have a favorite zucchini relish, I'm thinking maybe doing more dill relish and not so much sweet relish. Put your recipe in the comments below. I'd love to try a zucchini relish. Now here is one thing, I brought it out because I was talking the relish. It's kind of in the same family, but not really. Green tomatillo sauce. I loved making this for my husband. I have just a few jars left. He does enjoy it, but even though I had a beautiful harvest of my tomatillos this year, my plant was over 7 foot tall. It was gorgeous. They didn't ripen enough at the same time for me to have a full bounty to process and put in the canner. So I still had to go to the store and I had to buy some tomatillos to supplement. So that really didn't make it that cost effective. I'd rather, if I'm going to make this for him, just buy the tomatillos and save that garden space for something else that I do want to can. So green salsa, probably won't be doing this again, much to my husband's dismay. Now, before I move on to the last item that I will can and can't can and maybe can again, I want to tell you two things that I definitely will be canning this next year, and I'm already planning my garden space so that I can accommodate this. I will be doing my own green beans again this year. I can can them easily. Small harvests can be done in my new electric canner. Larger harvests, I can get the old Presto out and I can do a large batch. I like that I can control the amount of salt, and there's no sugar, and green beans are very low in carbs. Can have those, and we love them so much more than opening a can from the store. The taste difference is amazing. So I will definitely be doing green beans again. We've eaten all the green beans this year, so I don't even have a jar to bring out to show you. The other item that I will definitely be canning again is my own homemade pasta sauce, some tomato sauce for pasta. I have to be careful what pasta I have now, so I wasn't even gonna do it because it's like, why make a bunch of pasta sauce if I can't have the pasta? But I can have spaghetti squash, and I can have other items that I can use my pasta sauce on. And the bonus is I can control how much sugar I put in my pasta sauce. Again, I don't have an example to show you because we've already used everything that I canned up this last year. So moving on to the very last item in our what I love to can, what I don't love to can, what I can, what I can't can, and maybe with your help I can can again, are carrots. I was so excited when I got my first pressure canner. It's like, I want to do some beautiful ginger glazed carrots. So I did an entire 23-quart double stack of these little baby carrots with a ginger glaze. And of course, these are loaded with sugar. Carrots already have sugar in them. Then I added more sugar on top. I'm finding that I'm not busting open a jar as much as I used to before my diagnosis, so I probably won't be canning these again. That doesn't mean I'm not going to can carrots anymore. I figure if I'm going to have a little bit of quality control in what I put in my jar, some control about how much I put in my body, if I'm going to do carrots, I'm going to go ahead and get from my neighbor her organic carrots that she grows, grate them up, and make my all-time favorite, carrot cake jam. I love carrot cake jam. Oh my goodness. Again, on a multi-grain English muffin with some cream cheese spread and just a dollop on top. It's something I can enjoy. It does have brown sugar in it though. So again, I'm calling out, call of action to all of my canning friends. What do you think I can do with my carrot cake jam to make it so it's not going to make my blood sugar spike quite as bad? Have you canned with some of the alternative sugars that diabetics use? Let me know which ones work for you, which ones don't, because that way it might save me a little bit of time, heartache, and money. If I choose one and it doesn't quite can up right, it would be good to know. And yes, this has raisins in it. I can omit the raisins if I want to, but when I look at it, I use such a small quantity. When I do enjoy it, I make them in these nice little jelly jars. I can make this last a good long time. If I'm going to indulge and I'm going to have a little treat, I have to have my carrot cake jam. So that's it, guys. There's the bounty of what I can, what I can't can, what I hope to can again, what I love to can, and what I will never can again. So that's it. If you enjoyed this list, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you have comments, if you have some guidance for this little baby canner who's only been canning for a couple of years. Well, that's not true. I've been canning jellies for forever, but you know what I mean. Put them down in the comments below. I would really appreciate your knowledge, your help, your wisdom, and help this girl can again. Until I see you again here on the farm, as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Have a blessed day, and thank you to all of you who are participating in this wonderful collaboration. Bye-bye.